Just like that, I think I'm live. All right, got a few things I want to cover with you today. I'm trying to get this to share over to the group. Share to the group. There it is. I'll post that there now. Okay, so this is a new format for me. I have not tried it this way before. But getting away from Zoom, I wanted to make this just a little bit more simple, and I did change the time on you. The reason for the time change is really my own weaknesses. Having them happen in the afternoon, things seem to always get in the way. So if we just do these in the morning, I think I'll have a lot better chance of me actually, like, this is, that old joke about how many people with ADD does it take to change a light bulb? Let's go ride bikes is the answer. That's me. So instead of me getting distracted in the afternoon and hauling off to something else or whatever, I'm just going to do these first thing in the morning. We'll keep them on Thursday mornings for now. But with this particular format, it is broadcast live on Facebook and on YouTube. And the cool thing is it's like immediately available. So there's no downtime as far as like, oh, I'm going to miss the video today. But you can just go to the Facebook page and watch it. So that's how we're going to manage that. That's why I kind of change things up a little bit, and it'll look different each time. But for now, the only thing you'll need is that link to either the Facebook page or the YouTube page. So there's no going through Zoom or third parties or anything like that. So I think that's going to actually be pretty cool. So first thing I want to talk about, though, is Circle. I am going to stop using Circle. And the reality is I don't want to pay for it anymore because nobody is really using it. We're putting a ton of effort into it, and I'm spending quite a bit of money to keep that up when we're getting more feedback on Facebook. But for those of you who are not on Facebook, one of the things that I'm already using is, let me share my screen here. Maybe. There we go. Oops. We'll figure this out. Share screen. There it is. And we want that screen. Boom. Okay. So one of the things that I've already been using this for a while, but I got to figure out this little aspect of it, is inside of the digital courses, there's a group in here. So if you're not on the Facebook group or you're not on YouTube, there is going to be this private area that will start putting the same information that we put on Facebook. It is also going to show up inside of this group. So that's going to be cool. Now, when you look at this group and you look at the courses that come in here, I've got all the digital courses already set up inside of this platform here. So you'll have access to all of these courses that we put together. And this reminds me that the workout one needs to go right here. So that one will come up very, very soon. But y'all have access to these. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please let me know, because I can go in and give you access to all this stuff, and then you can go find it. And I know there is a way to actually put this on an app. I just need to do a little homework and figure out exactly how that works, but I will. And so that you can start actually accessing this just on your phone and watching the videos, because you get in here, like the weight loss program, for example, there's some awesome videos in here that we worked hard on that you need to see. So those are all available to you. Just might have to take a couple extra steps. So if you don't have access to those, like I said, just let me know. But that's really why we're moving away from Circle. I'm going to start utilizing this because I'm already paying for it. We're going to stop paying for Circle. I'm going to leave it up for another week. And one of the challenges, or one of the concerns that I've gotten back is, well, what about all the recipes? We'll find a way. We'll figure it out so that you have easy access to those. But there's also tons of recipes already in here. So we will figure that portion of it out, and then we can rock and roll from there. So the other thing that I wanted to cover with you today is, let's just talk about recipes and how we find them and make them applicable for the reduction phase of the program. So it's actually pretty simple in that if you just look for recipes, let's just say you want to find, I don't know, meatloaf. Okay, so instead of Googling a meatloaf recipe, all I'm going to do, oops, I don't know why that's not sharing the screen that I'm on. Let me open it in this window here. So I'm just going to go to Google, and instead of just typing and searching for meatloaf, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go paleo meatloaf. And then it's going to give you all sorts of recipes that you can actually use. This is our big secret, right? So the meatloaf recipe that I've talked about in the past, there it is right there. Paleo Running Mama, she's a trusted source, and you really just don't have to do anything with these, and they fit right into what we are trying to accomplish. So if you need a recipe, just go to Google and type in paleo. Let's just, for kicks and giggles, let's just go, and I'm going to go paleo spaghetti. And let's see what comes up. There's a paleo spaghetti recipe. There's Paleo Running Mama again. So I'm going to go to hers because I already know hers are good. And lo and behold, there is a spaghetti recipe that will fit right into the reduction phase. Now, what I would do with a recipe like this, again, when you're doing reduction phase, I want to just emphasize, you have that time frame, that few weeks right in the beginning, that you want to keep it as simple as possible. So keep it down to 4 to 6 ounces of grilled or baked or roasted protein like chicken, fish, beef, etc. And then 4 ounces of fresh fruit, 4 ounces of fresh vegetables. As you get bored with that, that's when you can start playing with stuff like this. Because that spaghetti sauce, that's going to be awfully hard to measure 4 to 6 ounces of protein in that. And in cases like that, I just don't worry about it that much. So as long as you've given it a good couple of weeks to let your body really just be simple for a little bit, then you can start using stuff like this. And just, like I said, Google your favorite recipes and figure it out from there. Just to prove my point, let's do this. Let's go up here and let's just say paleo. I'm a sucker for apple crisp. So paleo apple crisp. And here's an example of a dessert that you could make that wouldn't totally derail you. And all I did was just put paleo and then the actual what you're looking for next to that. So that's how we do it. That's how we find our recipes. And I encourage you all to, I hate saying it this way, but go find your own. Like, start experimenting with this, so you're not the person that's been part of this group for like 4 years and you still don't know how to find recipes. I want you to go and experiment and find some of these. And when you find them, make sure you share them to the group because we'd love to see them as well. So that's how we find them. There was one other thing I wanted to cover. I can't remember what it was. Let me just take a quick glance here. Now, maybe there wasn't. Maybe that's all I had for this week. So, again, simplified version of what we're trying to do. We'll see, we've got a few people that have hopped on here. The other thing, too, is this is not private. So I do encourage you to go ahead and take the link and share this video because it's going to help a lot of people. And we'll just plan on doing this on next Thursday, and we'll have a great video from it. So that's all I've got. I don't see any questions that have come in, or if there's questions, I've missed them because they're not popping up on my little feed here. Other than that, I hope you all have a great day, and please send me your questions. I'd love to answer them for you, and we will see you next time. So thanks a lot. Somebody did respond. They are listening. You're welcome, Jamie, anytime.
Cool. I was thinking